Woking tomorrow. Obviously another tough test for us, but back at the racecourse.
Yeah, delighted to be back at home. Woking had a good start, and like every game, it's going to be a tough challenge, but we're ready for it. We've had a good week on the training ground, and the lads are really chomping at the bit to get out there tomorrow.
So yeah, a very difficult test, and you look at their form at the moment. 4 goals last week as well against Torquay, so it's no mean feat, is it?
No, every game is a test, and you'd expect that. Teams are very competitive, but like I said, we've had a good look at Woking, but it's also the main percentage of the training is about concentrating on what we want to do and what we need to do well tomorrow. And it's a game we're really looking forward to. The lads have had a taste of playing in front of our home fans against Notts County, and that was a terrific atmosphere. And we want to kind of make the lads want to turn up to play at home and really relish it and look forward to it. And equally, we want the supporters to really look forward to coming and watch the team play. And I felt there was a decent start with that in mind against Notts County, even though we didn't get the win. And the manner of the display was good in terms of the energy levels and the intensity. And we'll be looking forward to reproducing that tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got an even bigger crowd, obviously, on for this weekend with the other stand being open today. Is it important to control your emotions, though, almost in these sorts of games, especially after such a long time without having that big majority support?
I think you've got to use the support to raise your levels in terms of the adrenaline pumping through your body, but equally you've got to have a calm head as well and concentrate on the process and the key points we've put in place this week and what we've been doing so far this season and looking to improve on those. But yeah, enjoy playing in front of a crowd. I think it's great. We've had so much football with no crowds, haven't we? And now getting the supporters back in the season into the ground, it's just a great feel about the stadiums. And we just like I say, looking forward to it. Friday is always an easier day in training. Get the lads in, do the organisational stuff, get them away, and get them rested up for tomorrow.
In terms of squad as well, few players who've perhaps been on the fringes a little bit. Yeah. What is it that you're able to do to keep those players ticking over as time goes on?
Well, we've got a game tomorrow against Manchester United under 23s at 10 o'clock at their training ground, and the reason for that is that the likes of Sean Brisley, Dan Jarvis, players like that who haven't had much game time. Obviously Sean with his injury needs some minutes, and it's been hard to fit one of those games in and get the right game we wanted. So we've been able to organise one of those tomorrow morning, enables the lads to play in that game and then get back across to watch the team in action in the afternoon. And it's very important, that everybody's going to be needed. The game's going to come thick and fast, and we've got to make sure the lads who are currently out of the team are right up to speed when they're called upon.
Obviously, you mentioned being a young side tomorrow. You've been out there watching the youth team. I know you were there at Holywell about a month ago. You were also at the first league game on Wednesday for the youth team. So a lot of emphasis being put on those young players. Yeah,
I think it's important that myself and Steve, show an interest in the young players. And since we've come in, we've stressed that to Dan Nolan, that we've tried to integrate the younger players into the first team training. And it's been good for us to have a look at them. It's great for me to be able to see them play the first game on Wednesday. And equally, we want the young players at the club to look at young Max, who got his chance in the first team, and say, if I do well, there's a possibility, a pathway there for me to get into the first team. So it's a very important part of any football club. We've got to really embrace the youth department here. And there's a lot of work to be done as we go forward, but we have got some good young players in the system at the moment, and working with Dan and the rest of his staff, we want to do our bit to make sure that there's good players in the system for the next few years to come.
Cheers, Phil. Good luck tomorrow.